Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So we've had some reports surface online about a $600 increase for all Social Security beneficiaries this month in June. Well, the Social Security Administration is giving an update, some clarification on those rumors. Plus, we also have a big update on the Trump trial in New York. We'll be covering that as well. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so leading off today's video, we have a big update in Trump's trial in New York. Well, there have been some reports surfacing. I guess there was someone on the jury allegedly, and I guess before they came back with the verdict, supposedly he was talking with his cousin in the case, and he basically told his cousin a day before they reached the verdict of guilty that they were going to come to the conclusion that Trump was guilty and that Trump is going to be a convicted felon. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Folks, major breaking news on the Trump verdict out of the rotten apple. A New York Supreme Court has just notified, or the New York Supreme Court has just notified Judge Juan Merchan that someone identifying themselves as the cousin of one of the jurors posted to the court's Facebook page that Trump was going to be found guilty. This happened one day before the verdict was announced.
And so because of this, we could potentially have a mistrial. Now, as you can see up on the screen there, we have this person here going by the name of Michael Anderson. Whether or not that's actually his name, we don't actually know. So he said, "Thank you for all your hard work against the MAGA crazies. My cousin is a juror on Trump's criminal case, and they're going to convict him tomorrow, according to her. Thank you, New York courts." And then we had someone responding to them saying, "Well, you just implicated your cousin in a crime if what you say is true. It is against the law for a juror to discuss the case before it had ended. Thank you for shedding light on your cousin's actions." And then he responds once again, "Now we are married." There is also another post there basically where he's calling himself a troll, that people need to take it easy, that he wasn't actually serious, that his cousin, in fact, actually wasn't on the jury. So he's basically saying here, take it easy, I'm a professional troll. In other words, he puts it, basically by internet culture, it's basically the act of using an online forum or social media page to post content that is aggressively, ironically, and trollishly poor quality and trying to derail discussions. So they will have to obviously look into that. Obviously, the Trump's lawyers are going to try to make this a mistrial because of that post, and they might have to do some research into that to find out that if his cousin actually was on the jury, and if he was, and actually is a true story, which hard really saying, honestly, anyone on the internet can say anything they want. So whether he's a troll, whether it's true, I'm sure they're going to look into that, and it probably won't take too long to see if there's any truth to this story. Now, another thing that's been surfacing online as well is a $600 increase in the month of June for all Social Security beneficiaries. Well, the Social Security Administration recently gave an update. They gave some clarification on whether or not there's actually going to be an increase of $600 this month in June. So according to Newsweek, Social Security updates recipients about payment increase, and we can go right here to the Social Security Administration website, and at the top there they say alert, reports of a $600 payment increase in June are false, and there's not going to be any cost of living adjustment increase that will occur until January of 2025. So anything that you've seen online about an increase this month in June of $600 is not going to be taking place this month. Instead, the next increase is not going to take place until January of 2025 or December of 2024 if you receive SSI benefits. That's because you're going to be receiving your January 2025 payment earlier in the latter part of December, because January 1st falls on a holiday. And anytime the first of a month falls on a holiday or a weekend, SSI recipients just receive their payment a couple of days earlier. Now, of course, we were actually going to know what the increase is going to look like on October 10th of this year. So according to the Motley Fool, October 10th is a huge day for Social Security this year. Here's why. So they say that meanwhile, many Social Security recipients can't wait to find out what their 2025 COLA will look like. And while there are estimates out there, the only way to know what the number will look like for sure is to look at the data for September's Consumer Price Index. Specifically, Social Security COLAs are calculated based on third quarter data from the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, a subset of the CPI, and all of that information is scheduled to be released on October 10th. From there, a number of key Social Security changes are likely to be announced. So they say that come October 10th, the Social Security Administration should be in a position to officially finalize a 2025 COLA. They should also be able to announce other key changes to the program for 2025. Those are going to be things like increases across the board, how much you can earn without them taking some of the money back if you decide to start collecting benefits before your full retirement age, and how much you have to pay payroll tax on. Other things like that as well. They also go on to say that one thing we may not know on October 10th, however, is the extent of which the cost of the Medicare Part B premium will rise in 2025. Seniors who are enrolled in Social Security and Medicare at the same time have their Part B premiums deducted from their benefits automatically. If the cost of Part B increases notably, the typical Medicare enrollee may be left with a fairly small COLA in 2025. And right now, according to the most recent Medicare Trustees report, they say that the estimated monthly premium for 2025 right now is going to be shooting up to $185. This year, of course, it is $174.70. So if it shoots up to $185, that would mean an increase for the Medicare Part B premium of just a little bit over $10. That, of course, is not finalized, but more than likely, it's going to be pretty close to what that end number ends up being. So once again, we are not going to know for sure what the 2025 cost of living adjustment is going to be until October. We're not going to have a $600 increase this month. And how much the increase ends up being, once again, we will know that in October. And unless we have some type of bill passed through Congress, like Bernie Sanders' bill that would increase benefits by $200 per month for everyone, we're not going to have an increase until January of 2025. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.